Obviously, you still have another year left in your current contract, but there are various avenues where you could negotiate an extension this summer. Is it important for you to try to get something done this summer, or is it not important given that you know you can still have another year you could go with it?
Yeah, I mean, anything I do, I would just talk to my agent about, and not the rest of the world. You feel me? You feel me? I feel you. I appreciate you, man.
Um, how would you assess this season as a whole when you factor in everything that happened internally, the results? How do you assess that?
Yeah, I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda, a lot of things. I wish I would have been better late. I think that's what's freshest in my mind is just my performance and our performance late. I think needed to rise to another level, obviously, to beat the Thunder, and yeah, we were the 2 seed for a while. We were the 3 seed for a little bit. We were a lot of different seeds for a little bit of time. So I think there's something to make of when we were playing really, really good basketball and going on streaks. And I think we need to tap into some of that to get back to that level of production and then go to a whole nother level to have better success in the postseason because that's what it's all about. And I definitely put like more of that on myself to like get us to where we need to go because I know like if I'm at that level, then we'll be even better. So it's really just on me and yeah.
You'll say no excuses. You came back from the ankle sprain really quickly. Your numbers after you came back weren't as good as they were leading up to that. How much did that linger?
Uh, I think it's just where it was in the year. I don't know if it lingered. I wouldn't have came back if it was lingering.
After the coaching change was made, do you feel like anything kind of tangibly changed? And what did you see from Tomas as a head coach?
Oh, he was great. I mean, he was just figuring everything out on the fly, which is something he's really good at. And I mean, there's obviously differences with Taylor being gone, and he was amazing too. So I mean, they were great. They were both great in their own way, and they made the most of the staff that they had and the situation they had to get us to that to that level at that point where we were competing, and the result was what it was for both stretches of games when we were losing. But I mean, the flashes that we had that were positive are what I'm leaning on to have more of with if you give Tomas like more time and stuff like that.
Jaren, Jaren, to that point, it seemed like for you, you were probably more impacted schematically in the change between coaches than a lot of other, sort of the leaders on the team. How did you sort of adjust to that, and how do you sort of find your way back to being what you were in the first 4 months of the season as you look forward to next season?
I have no doubt in my mind. It just comes from work. It just comes from putting in the work and being even more elite, like even more elite, like I was, and yeah, it just comes from the work that I'm gonna put in, and it's nothing else. I got to be able to adapt to anything. I can't be one dimensional. I have to be able to adapt to any situation.
Jaren, when you lose in the first round of the playoffs, there's obviously going to be criticism. Do you think it's fair for people to question whether you, Ja, and Dez are going to be able to bring the team to a championship contention level?
Do I think it's fair? I mean, I feel like teams that come together in special situations like us, it doesn't happen all the time, and the teams that really are successful in those situations are the ones that don't really care about any of that stuff. They just focus on what's in front of them and go day by day. So I think that's just here nor there.
Hey, Trip. I think, was it last year, a couple of years ago, that you said they gave you a long list at the end of the season of things that you needed to work on. What does that list look like now? Have you had a chance to talk with them, and what are the things you think you really need to work on?
I need to get better every season. So I think I have, but I think there's still so much more that I need to tap into, dealing more with higher, more scouting. They're scouting me more, doubling me more, dealing with better defenders, dealing with game plans, fuel to take me out of my rhythm, out of the game. Staying consistent defensively, still being an anchor, even though my usage is going to go up, and having both, and getting back to that level where I'm impacting the game on both ends and staying in the game, increasing, being a better rebounder and not fouling, not doing just things that you're not supposed to be doing. I'm pretty reflective. Like I don't think I ever really miss anything in terms of reflecting on my game. Plus I have a ton of help, in terms of pointing out like what I need to work on. But in general, like I'm gonna be my hardest critic. So I could give you a bunch more, but I don't think I see your writing. I don't know if you wanna. I think we're good. Yeah. All right.
You qualify for All NBA and make it. Would you say that signing a Supermax is a priority for you?
Did it come out?
No, not yet, but if you were to qualify for All NBA.
Next question. I don't usually pull that one out, but yeah, I pulled it out, man. You should be happy. I feel like I only pulled out next question with you like one time in my career, and that's now. Yeah. I always thought I would do it up here a while.
As you reflect, is there anything you could point to why, to this point in your career, your playoff numbers have not lived up to the regular season numbers you put up?
I think I just got to deal with increased levels of scouting and better defense. Dudes are gonna have a whole game plan for me, and I need to be able to adapt, and I need to be able to be a dog, and I need to be way better. It's important. It's important if we want to go far, if we want to beat, if we want to increase in the rounds and get to the finals and do what we really set out to do. Like I know what it takes and like what I need to do.
All right, my next question.
Oh, you're back. Let's go.
This is, I think you're going on year 8 now.
Yeah, I'm going on year 8.
What do you think you can do at this point of your career to kind of correct a couple of those lingering things for you that have been problematic throughout your career, like the foul trouble and then kind of, taking it to the next level as a rebounder? What can you do to improve in those areas?
Just have be in the best shape in the league. Really, you just have to be in the best shape possible, especially to be a two-way player. Especially if you're talking about correctables that are on both sides of the ball. I think even as I've improved on certain things, like staying on the floor in general, I think I've improved on it. I think guards have just gotten better, and people have just gotten better at drawing fouls, and I've been assigned to better players, and I have to learn how to deal with them rather than it just being about, some in the past were like me jumping too much for a block, and then it was having your hands in the cookie jar, and then it was offensive, and then it was screens, and then it's, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different, I feel like I'm in so many situations that I'm in the game so much, like I have so many opportunities where it could happen, but that's why it's like even more important. Like you should be more dialed in on it not happening because you have to stay in the game. But you also want to be an elite defender, which, a lot of those elite defenders, if you look like they take chances, and sometimes it'll get you, sometimes it won't. But if you're going to take chances, you can't have just bogus. You get it.
What does playing for this franchise mean to you?
Oh, I was drafted here. It's all I know. It's everything to me. It's in the past I really wasn't. I went to different schools when I was younger. I was at Michigan State for a year, so longevity really wasn't something that I expected or not expected, but it wasn't really a thing I was doing when I was younger. So just being somewhere for a long time and having familiarity with the staff and my teammates, and that's huge. I don't take that for granted because I know the other side of that, and it's fun. We're like a family, so I've seen different family members come and go, and that's the business part. But yeah, shoot, this is all I know, man. I'll be around.
Hey, Trip, what would you attribute the drop in defense at the second half or toward the end of the season to, and did the coaching change help get some of that back a little bit?
Myself or everybody?
You and everybody. Well, basically the team.
Good. Attribute it to? I don't know. We were playing some good teams in the second half of the year. They were rolling at that point in the second half of the year. They're clicking offensively. We just needed to do a better job. I don't know if there was something specific that I could point to. There's a lot of things. Could have covered for each other better. I could have blocked more shots. I should have blocked more shots. That's really what it is. In the past, I've blocked like whatever I blocked, but I should have blocked more shots. Oh, wow. Okay.
It's my last one, man.
Is it?
For a couple months.
I feel you. Actually, that's a good point, bro.
Would you say, that it's a priority for you to stay in Memphis for you?
Would I say that? Of course. I love this place. I mean, this is where I live. This is my home. I'm totally about to go back to my home, like, in a couple minutes. And, yeah, bro, like, I feel like that sounds the best. You know what I mean?